Hey adventurers, today I'm going to be talking about a couple different reasons why I love historical fiction. So the first point I have is that it personalizes history. While characters are fictional and some events are fictional, it takes something very real, a historical setting and historical statistics, and makes them very tangible as a reader. When you're studying history, it's listed in a very formal way, a very distant way. History is a story of the past, and oftentimes it's hard to put a world like that and compare it to a world like our own, to make it seem real. But a writer's entire goal is to immerse a reader in their story and their characters and worlds. And so you take historical settings or events and you put that in the hands of an author or a writer, and when they come out with something that's very tangible, it's a really, really cool thing to see. You take a character and a setting and you make them real and lovable. You make the stakes in their life build tension in the story, and a reader will just eat that up. And when a character in a story loses a loved one, the reader is going to feel that in a second-hand way. A very real second-hand way, though, if the author did it well. And then the readers start to realize, wow, this is actually real. Someone felt the second-hand feeling of loss that I'm feeling from this character, because this author has immersed me in their story. Someone has actually felt this firsthand because this is based on a historical event. This is actually real, or it was real to someone at some time. The secondhand heartache that you feel as a reader, someone actually felt in real time. And history branches out from a textbook and hard facts and dates and becomes a story, his story. Another really cool thing about historical fiction is that a writer can either take a well-known event in history and write about that, or they can take a lesser-known historical event and really emphasize that there are some events that no one likes to remember, and a writer, if they take that setting and write in it, can be a really, really powerful story. Both of these types of settings in historical fiction are great to read, very enjoyable, but it is a specific way to cause others, your readers, to recognize the events in history that are kept kind of hush-hush. It's important that we learn history so we can take the mistakes of the past and apply them appropriately to decisions that we make today so that we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. It's important that we learn history, all the sides of it, so that we can take that external perspective and appropriately apply it to decisions in our lives, choices we make, so that we don't fall into the same trap that people who came before us did, so we don't make the same mistakes. And another reason why I love historical fiction is that it creates a love of history in general. Facts and dates aren't always fun. Studying history in a textbook format isn't always enjoyable, but it is important to learn it. And I don't think that history has to be all texts and facts. I think there's a time and place for that that's very appropriate, that needs to be established. But once that is established, taking a story put in a specific setting, maybe that you're studying about those dates and facts, is going to make those events more real to someone. Like we mentioned, putting themselves in the character's shoes, feeling what that character feels, makes the whole event come to life. And so instead of just being miserable through studying history, read a book, love a character, let your heart get broken by an author, in a reading sense of that term. So those are the reasons why, a couple reasons why I really love historical fiction. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this and what kind of genres you love and why. Please comment down below if you have any thoughts. Thanks for watching. Stay well.